who has to track their effort? All employees, not contractors or consultants, who are paid in full or in part with federal funds must have their effort tracked. Not everyone needs to certify their own effort though, but someone with knowledge of the project needs to review and confirm that it's accurate. So typically that will be the PI. You may have a fellow who doesn't really track their own effort at the grant level. They just focus on doing the research, and then the PI is the one who directs their work and makes sure it's allocated appropriately in terms of spending during your monthly reconciliation meetings. Now, officially, that is reported annually during the progress report stage on the all personnel report. And if you want to learn more about progress reports and all personnel reports, you can check out the video I did on that on YouTube at Manessa.tv or on Manessa.com. Someone has to review the effort each month, preferably proactively and retrospectively, to confirm that the effort on a project is accurate. Typically, this will be the PI who reviews that salaries are allocated as they've directed the work of the people who are on the project. Meeting with your PI regularly gives them the opportunity to tell you who's working on what project so that salaries can be proactively allocated. There is an excellent video that I made all about how to develop those relationships with your investigators so that you do know these things in advance on Manessa TV or Manessa.com. Now, for anyone who is key, they are required to actually review and officially certify their own effort to confirm that the effort was devoted to the project in this distribution. Okay, so the PI can certify for fellows and for research assistants and everybody that is not them and themselves, but the key personnel need to certify their own effort. Okay, this will include verification through either electronic signatures and documentation from individuals with firsthand knowledge incorporated into official records. Okay, now let's talk about the super scary part. What happens if you are not compliant with effort policies? Okay, so tracking performance on a sponsored project is typically necessary as proof of time and effort during audits. Being audited is not a huge deal. Depending on the size of your organization and your amount of spending, it could actually be a very routine event that happens often. And it could be a routine event. However, they will check what the effort situation is, and the payroll and the salary and so on, because that's one of the biggest and quickest, easiest ways to find if there is a mistake. Now, generally, okay, if you've never had an audit, even if they're routine, they are nerve-wracking. And it's hard enough if you are working your ass off to be compliant. Right? God forbid you're non-compliant. Okay, so let's just start with this. Regardless of the size of your organization, when we're talking about consequences, don't be non-compliant. Just don't be non-compliant. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the effort. It's not worth the hassle. Not to mention, it's not good business practice, and it costs a lot of money to retrospectively go back and clean up than it does to maintain accurate, proactive, and retrospective records.